Sa ngayon daw kakaunti ang aktibong naghahanap ng trabaho dahil mahirap makahanap ang mga aplikante ng swak sa kanilang skills o experience. Paano ba mabilis na makakahanap ng trabaho na agma sa edukasyon at karanasan? Pag-uusapan natin yan sa serbisyo ngayon kasama si Paul Rivera, ang Chief Executive Officer ng Caliber, isa sa mga kilalang employment website sa bansa. At pwede rin po kayong sumali sa aming talakayan, i-post ang inyong mga tanong o komento sa aming Facebook Live. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Paul.
Magandang hapon, Ruth.
First of all, bigyan kami ng idea para dun sa mga manonood natin na hindi nakakaalam. Ano ba ang Caliber?
Caliber is an online recruitment and job hunting website. We have over 4 million Filipinos sa platform namin and tens of thousands of jobs available, not just in the Philippines, but also remote jobs of companies outside the Philippines. So we are one of the fastest growing job platforms in the country.
So Paul, pwede bang pakikwento mo sa amin, ano ang nakikita nyo ngayon sa situation ng employment and unemployment sa bansa? Because statistics would show, yung government data, na for this month, bumaba ang ating unemployment rate. Pero ano ang nakikita nyo?
Yes, we also see that the unemployment rate went down. We're almost at pre-pandemic levels. Pre-pandemic, yung rate nasa 4.5%, and sa September 2022, it was at 5%. Pero we still hear from many job seekers na mahirap, mag-look for a job. And the problem that the country has is really not necessarily an unemployment problem, but an underemployment problem where you have many job seekers, meron silang college degree, but mahirap mag-look for job or to get a job that they are qualified for. So this is a persistent problem sa Pilipinas, not just this year or last year, but over the last 10 to 15 years, this constant underemployment issue where you have many people with a college degree, but not enough jobs to meet their economic needs.
We always talk about underemployment, Paul, aside from yung sinasabi mong it's not parang hindi siya akma or hindi siya specific dun sa halimbawa dun sa degree na natapos, 'di ba? Ang definition din siya ng government is like people looking for more hours to work, at dito pumapasok yung parang yung mga sinasabi nilang side hustle or yung mga gig economy, ganun din ba kasama rin ba 'yan?
Yes, we're seeing because of the inflation rate sa Philippines, many Filipinos are looking for side hustles, especially side hustles that are online that will allow them to earn more money. So this is increasingly becoming popular with Filipinos so that they can earn what they want to earn is to take on not just one full-time job, but a part-time job or even an online job in addition to their full-time job.
So siguro, Paul, at this point, pag-usapan natin, ano ba ang nakikita nyo dyan sa Caliber na sa ngayon, most in-demand jobs, especially itong the economy is slowly picking up, we're opening up in terms of yung even in tourism, di ba? Ano ang nakikita nyo? Most in-demand jobs?
Yes. The pandemic was really transformative for the Philippine economy. Nag-digitize yung economy. If you see now, people are shopping online, they're using online payments. And so the most in-demand jobs are in the IT, technology, e-commerce, logistics space, in addition to the growth again in the hospitality and food service space. Hospitality, food service, they were most affected during the pandemic, but nag-bounce back, those sectors. And then yung IT, e-commerce, logistics sectors these are the fast-growing sectors of the economy. Maybe a challenge, even though this is a fast-growing sector of the economy, if you look at logistics, there are many, many jobs available there, but they don't necessarily require a college degree. And so this is an example of the mismatch that we're seeing, where you have a fast-growing sector of the economy
Yes.
that doesn't necessarily require a degree. And then you have all of the people graduating with a degree who feel that maybe overqualified sila for those jobs.
Okay, I'm looking at the jobs na top 10, no? Fina-flash natin. Yung number 1, yung full stack developer, accounting assistant, and data engineer. Ano yung full stack developer? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
Sure. A full stack developer is someone who builds applications, software applications that you use, whether it's Viber, Lazada, TikTok, Instagram. A full stack developer is someone who can build the entire application. So that's full stack, because when you do software engineering, you're either front end or back end. Full stack means you can do both ends.
But out of the top
So
10,
those are,
out of the
Go
top
ahead.
10, parang lahat ay mostly technical skills, and you would need to, di ba, be computer literate, or do you need, yung binanggit mo kanina, a college degree related to that?
Yeah. So yes, the amazing thing about the IT industry is it's really one that is skills-based, not necessarily degree-based. So if you are a great engineer, but you don't have a college degree, you will still be hired, right? The problem in the Philippines is, again, this is another example of a mismatch. We have many software engineering openings, but not enough software engineering hires. And so you have a mismatch in terms of jobs that are being created, and specifically the Filipinos who are maybe going to the degrees that are not in demand anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just take a break, pero pagpapatuloy natin itong ating usapan tungkol sa unemployment and underemployment, kasama pa rin natin si Paul Rivera ng employment website na Caliber. Dito lang sa Newsroom Ngayon sa CNN Philippines. At pinag-uusapan pa rin natin ang tungkol sa unemployment at underemployment, kasama si Paul Rivera ng website na Caliber. Paul, kanina ang sinasabi mo, no, you repeatedly mentioned yung mismatch. So ngayon, ano ang maipapayo mo doon sa mga gusto maghanap ng trabaho, pero it's either underqualified or overqualified sila? So sa puntong ito na mahirap makahanap ng trabaho, ano ba ang pwede nilang gawin?
Sure. The first thing that I would recommend is to make sure yung CV, yung resume nila is up to date and is modern. Employers, they're looking for a few things. They're looking for excellent communication skills. They are looking for critical thinking, problem skills, and they're looking for people with relevant experience. So if you feel you are under qualified for a role, my advice would be to take on an opportunity that allows you to build experience in that industry or that field, so that you can put some accomplishments sa CV mo. If you are overqualified, or you feel you are overqualified, perhaps I would still consider joining the company, highlighting and demonstrating your skills, and seeing if you can then transfer roles later. I think this is a very competitive job market, and I think you want to try to get into an opportunity that allows you to demonstrate your abilities, your skills, and gifts to an employer. And that employer hopefully will then value you accordingly.
Kumbaga, aangat ka naman talaga, di ba, if you show your skills or your talent. At saka, maganda rin yung minention mo na to highlight certain things doon sa iyong resume or sa CV. I was watching meron kayong mga TikTok videos, and nagulat ako na some of the qualities that you should highlight pala, based on your advice, yung mga emotional quotient. Di ba, akala natin dati IQ lang eh. And then there's also even time management, no? Ano pa yung mga, and you mentioned communication skills. What else ang dapat i-highlight?
Sure. Critical thinking, problem solving, I think a big one is taking initiative. Having an ownership mentality, being a team player, and maybe one of my favorites is when I look at CV, I like to see numbers on a CV, meaning did you grow something? Did you impact a key metric of an organization? Some of the best CVs that I review are the ones where there are a lot of numbers, because numbers show that you're making an impact in your role, you're making impact sa team,
Yes.
and you're making an impact in the company.
That's a very nice advice na yung impact and the numbers, kasi dati we would not pay attention to those things. Yun yung actually next question ko sana, as an what do employers usually look for? And paano kung medyo, syempre we have a lot of new graduates, pero paano kung medyo may edad ka na rin, no, na gusto mo pa rin makahanap ng trabaho?
Yeah, what I would recommend is make sure you personalize or you customize your resume depending on the company or industry that you're applying to. If you have been working, for 10, 15, 20 years, give me a summary, an executive summary of what you have accomplished, what skills you have been able to build, and what your vision is for yourself as a professional. Oftentimes, I just see very long resumes with many, many bullet points and walang executive summary. So I think that's very important if you have been working for a few years, is to give me a summary of who you are in one paragraph at the very top of the resume. And I think, being able to highlight certain skills, certain tools, certifications, additional learning, short courses that you have been able to take would also be very helpful.
Siguro baka bigyan mo rin kami ng tip also, that ano ba yung common questions that employers would ask?
Yeah, the very common questions I like to start with are, tell me about yourself. That really will demonstrate how well they know themselves, how well they know their professional background. A common one I will ask is, why did you leave your last job? I want to see the reasons why they left, whether good or bad. There are many reasons why a person may want to leave a company, but I want to see those reasons. And then I think a common one that's very important is, why are you applying to this company? And Dawn, I like to see that this person has researched my company, they've researched the role, and they're not coming in there blind.
Yeah.
They really demonstrated that they want this job, and they've done a little bit of research about this job.
Siguro
in this
short lang,
company.
do employers look at halimbawa social media websites? So importante rin ba yon na dapat maayos, or you show your real self sa mga, and nothing incriminating sa mga social media sites mo?
Important. I look at it when I see a candidate, and our recruiters see a candidate that we like. We will look at their Facebook, we will look at their Instagram, we will look at their LinkedIn. And, while they may not play a big factor, if there is something negative there, maybe they really seem unprofessional, that can impact someone's application. So you want to make sure, especially if you're in job hunting mode, not just your CV is looking good, but all of your online presence looks professional. Okay. And it matches your personal brand. Because I think that's what recruiters, they're looking for, is ano ba yung personal brand mo? And consistent ba sa resume, sa LinkedIn, sa IG, and sa Facebook mo?
Okay. Last na lang, Paul, tell our audience how they can get in touch with Caliber, and how can Caliber help them, lalo na yung mga naghahanap pa ng trabaho sa ngayon.
Yes, just visit us sa website namin, www.caliber.com, KALIBRR.com. You can create a free profile, and then with this profile, we can help you match to jobs all over the Philippines, as well as remote jobs with companies that are outside the Philippines that are looking for your skills and your talents. Every year, we help hundreds of thousands of people match to their dream jobs. So I'm confident we can help your audience.
Okay. Maraming pong salamat kay Mr. Paul Rivera, ang Chief Executive Officer ng Caliber.